Welcome back to The Verdict. Today, we'll be looking at some of the superhero movie studios have decided to make recently, so stick around. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Hugh and Kaleb. Like I said, today we'll be talking about some of the superhero movies that recently came out. So the first one we'll be watching is Thunderbolts from 2025, aka The New Avengers. This movie stars Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, and Wyatt Russell. But first, let's watch the trailer.
Thing wrong.
The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Yes! Yeah!
Alrighty, like I said, aka The New Avengers. Thunderbolts, I feel like, was a very fast-paced action movie with, a lot of characters that you can definitely enjoy, but kind of anti-superhero and century that they definitely cannot handle on their own, for one thing for sure. I feel like that man was such a anti-hero. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like it's a different kind of anti-hero than I feel like we've seen a lot recently, where it's like they're really not that bad of people, but it's like they're still there. It's like they don't really want to be heroes either, kind of
just thrown in that scenario because at first when we met him as Bob, he kind of just seemed like an ordinary guy with no powers. But once he actually started realizing that man, he could do some damage.
Really.
Damage.
He's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve.
He was introduced a quarter to the halfway to the movie, and from the beginning, you can just tell something's off from the guy, and then you figure out he can do anything.
Yeah. It's kind of limitless what he's capable of.
I mean, I'm pretty sure in the movie he has majority of all of the, I wouldn't say all the superpowers, but he has a lot of superpowers. I can't remember what they dived into, but let's start talking about the actual, New Avengers. What do you guys feel about the new versus the old?
I like this version of them a lot. I like this new idea of the New Avengers. It reminds me of kind of that old classic, from the Avengers we grew up on, a little bit. It feels like that same formula. It feels like they didn't try too much with this either. And I think it's a fascinating new adaptation for a Avengers movie in 2025, when the rest of us, film people haven't really been paying attention terribly closely to Marvel. They still have their fan base, but
I definitely agree with the main message of this movie is if you're feeling sad, get Florence Pugh to hug you. I definitely feel like that helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
But overall, this movie, I loved this movie.
Yeah.
I saw this with a couple of friends, and the action was great. The acting was great. Nobody seemed out of place.
Yeah.
It was a good story, which is not something you hear a lot from Marvel movies nowadays. Is just sometimes they feel like they're half baked, but this one definitely feels like they took their time with it and let the story come out. I feel like it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The one thing that I actually kind of had a problem with, not really, just kind of nitpicking, but Black Widow and Yelena, who is their villain or main villain? That person literally was on screen for about 2 minutes and then just died. I was
Yeah, they kind of just shoved that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you've got the crew, almost all those characters, of course, from that Black Widow movie. You feel like you have to kind of tie them together.
Taskmaster.
Yeah,
there it is,
Taskmaster. Yeah.
Going into the movie, if you watch the trailers, you're like, hey, they're not in the movie this much. I'm not seeing much of the trailer. But when they actually, pass away, it comes as a shock because they do it so quickly.
That's what I'm saying, because like I feel like you kind of see Taskmaster as a skilled assassin, but no the spoilers, but literally they just kind of just got surprised.
Yeah.
Surprise attacked. And she just died.
Which is fitting for that character too, because it's like, that's what their specialty is. It comes back to bite them in the end.
True, I see that.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out that I don't like about this movie, but this also goes to most action movies now too, is like I just feel like if you colored the images of this movie just a little bit like nicer, because it's so dark.
Yeah.
There's all these grays and stuff. It looks like they're in the shade the entire time.
Well, I definitely see that, but I feel like it could possibly be like, they're anti-heroes, so it might not be a very lighter piece. Kind of just like the shot composition, trying to establish that theme for it, especially Sentry having the Void.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of a little reason why, but
that has always been a problem with superhero movies. Just like everything's gray and looks the same.
Yeah.
Which I think is like a problem with like a lot of movies, like Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
Which was just, I couldn't tell you, I couldn't make anything out. It was like you put some silver wrap up to your face and said, watch the movie through that.
Yeah.
I feel like that, but I feel like it fits the tone for this movie because everyone's sort of like dark and gritty, and they're all straight assassins. So maybe it kind of fits them.
And it does do a bit better because there's like definitely shots where like you could definitely see a lot more light. There's a lot more color to them. But yeah, it's the couple little pieces like that, like the Superman movie we had reviewed like two episodes ago. It was
that movie was bright,
very bright,
very bright and colorful. It's like I want to see more stuff like that. But it's I'm okay with it.
yeah. Well, before we wrap it up, how do you guys rate the movie?
I think I would give this a solid 7. I'm not like, I can't say this is like I don't want to put this along the elite Marvel movies in my opinion, but I also want to like give this one credit. And I think this was very enjoyable. It didn't feel like, oh, the world is about to end right now. We have to make the world about to end somewhere in our movie. But it's somewhat that threat, but it's a bit less. I don't know. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I give it a 7.
There are 11 letters in the word New Avengers. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd probably watch it again.
Yeah.
Like if we're like doing dishes or something.
Yeah.
Just playing in the background.
It's a good throw-on movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It was very good though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it another bump up. I'm gonna say 8. Like you say, it's a really good movie. Other than that, I don't really nothing else to say.
We can't go 7s across the board.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's way too much.
Yeah, it is too much. I guess we got to talk about another movie now. I chose the newest Fantastic Four movie. It stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and Joseph Quinn. Let's check out that trailer. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Johnny, now!
As a family.
Hold on! Today, we are your defenders. The 4 of us will face the danger. And we will protect you.
Is this guy good?
The clobbering time?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this is Fantastic Four. We've got 4s put up. There's only 3 of us. We're missing the token female of the group, but that's okay. Fantastic Four is kind of one of those comic books that, like, I remember when the original movies came out, I was very little, and there was all these comic book friends of mine when I was in elementary school that were so mad about it. And I never was a big comics guy, so I never understood it. I've been explained to it a bit more later, about why they've kind of failed to adapt this so many times. But I feel like a lot of those questions have kind of been answered in this a little bit. Like, people are always mad at Mr. Fantastic and his casting and like his character, because like in the comics he's like Tony Stark but even smarter, apparently, is how I've been described. So that's a tough character to write in general. It's like, how can you make someone like the smartest person in the world? It almost feels like an oxymoron to try and do. But I enjoyed the movie a lot. I think I grew up with the movies, the older movies, and I appreciate like The Thing more in that. But I don't know, because that one also still feels a little dated, because you got like Chris Evans, but it's like 2006 Chris Evans, where he's still like, he does all the teen romance kind of stuff, and he's like the most, exactly. Like, he's clearly just like a celebrity for being like hot, and also the Flames guy from Fantastic Four in that. So I kind of like that character though. Oh yeah,
no, for sure. I feel like this movie is basically more about like their family dynamic and kind of just what sets up the Fantastic Four. And I think they do a pretty good job. Like I said, the casting is kind of just a great or strong character in itself, just because you have big names like Pedro Pascal. I said Joseph Quinn. A new upcoming actor that I think does a really great job.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely look forward. People were sort of trashing him before the movie came out. I'm like, this is terrible. He's not handsome enough.
He's a musical, he's like Broadway person.
Yeah. I thought he was great in this. He was one of the integral pieces of like finding out what the message was. I think his story with the Silver Surfer was great. I really like that. Like the quote, Johnny likes alien babes. I was like, he's a man of my heart. I can get with that. He was great.
A man of many characters.
A man of many, a man of many exploits.
Yeah, he was energetic. He was wild. He was like what a good Johnny Storm would be. I was one of the people who was like critical of him, but I was like, this movie is pretty good. Personally, I thought the movie as a whole was a little too safe for my liking. But you talked about it. They couldn't get it right for so long, so they just might have just did this as like a hey, we need this to work. Because they just set up like 3 other movies after this.
Yeah, really.
So, I'm pretty sure
first steps.
They've dropped like 3 different directors for it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. You make the first one. Now you're like, oh, we're gonna make more, but it's not gonna be the same guy that makes these next ones. So who knows what's gonna happen? We all remember Star Wars. So
Oh lordy.
There's also something we forgot to mention: the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four ship.
Oh yeah.
We all thought that was going to lead into this, but post-credits, there was nothing. I was completely surprised that it didn't lead into anything like Marvel-wise, like that world. But I really don't think it needed to.
Well, I kind of had a question, but I feel like I'm gonna just go off topic real quick. It's set in a different multiverse, so maybe that's the reason why I think 828. That multiverse. So maybe we might have another multiverse where the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts kind of meet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd be down for that.
But the question I was going to ask is, how do you guys think this adaptation was previously from the Fox movies?
It definitely shows, I think, its time period and time place, right? It's a bit more safe, like what you would expect from a 2020s movie. It's not like, where they're all huge celebrities and they're getting followed by paparazzi the entire time, and Mr. Fantastic is just some guy that happens to be in charge more so than like an actual leader. But and then of course like I feel like the castings kind of show, I think, the movie's dates anyway. We got Pedro Pascal being Mr. Fantastic now, which by the way, I think he's I don't know if he's a perfect cast, because again, it's a hard character, but like he's good.
He's
good. He's better than much better than I thought he was going to be.
When that quote he said, where it was like, "I don't dream," because like all the bad stuff happens. Like, man, that is how someone who's like the smartest man in the world, you would have like all those problems on your mind constantly.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, for sure.
You must relate to that, Michael.
Not me. But yeah, kind of just piggybacking off of that, I feel like there were a lot of hard moments in this movie. Kind of just the press conference where the paparazzi are like, "You have to give your kid up, it's to save the world." And Susan was like, "I'm not gonna jeopardize my baby for the world, and I'm not gonna jeopardize the world for my baby." So those are very, really impactful movies. So or parts of the movie where other Fox adaptations don't go into. It's more just like, this is the team. Now let's fight some action. That's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time.
I was upset with how he said it because it wasn't even like a big thing. I want to talk about that. That's just a personal thing because he just said, "It's clobbering time," and that was it. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe I've been spoiled by Marvel Rivals too much.
Well, I mean, it's kind of fits with Marvel too a little bit because like it took until Endgame to say Avengers Assemble, and everybody made such a big deal about it too when it finally happened. So yeah.
It's definitely the waiting for it. It's the anticipation that gets you.
Yeah.
Because when he said it, it was great. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen Endgame, but I definitely think it was a great moment.
You're not really missing anything. Endgame's fine. It's like yeah, just hurry up and end it already. Like
a 3-hour movie.
Oh yeah.
Well,
really.
kind of just the big factor of this whole thing. Real quick, how do you think Galactus, the idea of a space god trying to come take the cosmic power of your baby and he's going to flick you off the side of the earth if you don't?
I think I always loved the character of Galactus. It's a very, of course we got it beautifully displayed for you here.
Yep, I purchased
from
that.
our
PD. Caleb.
Not our...
Caleb stole it from a child at the premiere.
I actually did. It definitely wasn't a gift from our producer, Rashaun. Love you, Rashaun.
I love you, yeah. But
we're going to be taking this home?
We'll be auctioning it online.
For $7.
But the Galactus, it's a fun one because he's he's huge. It's immediately a threat. The fact he could steal powers too. It's we got icing on the cake for it already.
I'm glad they didn't make him a space cloud this time.
Yeah.
You have like 4 metahumans going up. But just real quick, how would you guys rate the movie?
I'm gonna give it a 6. I mean, there wasn't like too much that I was like, oh, this is an excellent movie, but it's also one I'm not like, I don't hate it. I don't really think too long about it later, but I'm not gonna give this as high as I'm gonna rate Thunderbolts. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'd give it about I'd give it about a 6 as well. I watch it with some friends, have a great time.
Yeah.
I was going to give it a 6, but I can't. Context reasons.
We're just all on board today.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to give it a 7. Like they said, it's a very safe movie, but I feel like the characters really kind of just drive it home, kind of the family dynamic of it. So, Caleb, you want to toss it to our last movie?
Well, I want to know something from you guys. Are you craving a good movie?
Oh, I'm craving a good movie.
Then don't watch this next one.
Absolutely
Craven
not.
was released in 2024, starring Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Ariana DeBose, and Fred Hetchinger. Check it out.
Tell me about this hunter.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame.
Who's next?
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Watch the full trailer online now.
You leave the best things for last. That has nothing to do with this movie.
That's never going to happen on the verdict.
Kind of just the opposite.
Yeah.
So we can go more in deep into it.
So I forced you both to watch this movie.
And how dare you?
I apologize.
I mean, what's to say? It's a Sony Marvel movie because of rights being sold back in the 90s by Stan Lee because it was going under and nobody knew that they could actually make a giant franchise out of all of these characters. Yeah, so, I mean, it's fine. It's like, I can't, it's not as bad as Venom 2. That's the best thing I have to say about this movie. It's boring. There's no Spider-Man. It's like with Madam Web, right? You remember we watched Madam Web.
We watched.
Well, yeah.
We watched Madam
Yeah,
Web.
we watched Madam Web. And we did not have any nice things to say about it whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
And because there's, no Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
It's a Spider-Man character in this extended universe, but all of the villains were sold to somebody for a bag of pretzels back in the day, and now, we're stuck with
a
this
bag
limbo.
of loose change.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's like, why can't we get a Spider-Man movie with Venom? It's like, there's a long explanation for all of that.
Probably sold the rights for 15 cents.
Yeah,
which makes sense for why this movie got 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
See, the thing is, though, I feel like having the character background of, Spider-Man movies would have been a great portrayal of, the multiverse of Spider-Man, but the way they portrayed this is not a good fit at all. Like, it's literally plot holes from left to right.
No, yeah.
There's just I don't know.
Yeah,
all three of us.
A lot of CGI.
We work in broadcasting. We know how editing works. All three of us.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much ADR in this movie.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's half the movie is just ADR of them saying lines that they didn't say in the moment.
Yeah, and it would be blatant too. It would be over shots where the guy's just talking, in general, but in view of the camera with his lips moving, and then none of it matches, And it's like, how are we supposed to save this?
Yeah.
It's just reshoot or shoot more than one take, or I don't know.
Or a lot of thirst trap and Craven scenes where he shows his very hot bod. I'm not trying to hate on you because I know I got a little bit of a beer belly going on right now.
We're all a little
a little
craving some tacos, not craving the hunter.
But still, though, I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know, the whole Russian dynamic of it, it's they use the accents so seldomly.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it at the beginning just enough to be okay, we're in Russia.
Right.
And then it's as soon as the movie has told you we're in Russia, no one speaks Russian anymore.
The pacing in this movie is so. I know that us three probably could have been a better editing team for this because the editing for this, it's so bad that you just have to laugh at it. And honestly, if you just watch this movie with the intent of having a good time and watching it's so bad it's good, you'll have a great time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We just cut out one of the scenes of the action stuff where it's just all goes at once, and then we just put the Benny Hill theme music over it.
Yes.
No.
The better cut was definitely just cutting from opening credits to closing credits.
Craven the Hunter. The end.
The end. Make it a TikTok.
Well, one thing that I really I kind of want to point out is kind of the plot hole of the villains, kind of the foreigner and the Rhino. We get past that plot, and kind of towards the end of the movie, we find out another huge plot, which, no spoilers, kind of just didn't make any sense to me, to be honest. We've heard the parents' background and whatnot, and I could see how that affects Craven, but still though to have something like that happen, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
So where do we go after this?
Yeah, you could definitely tell that most of the marketing was spent on hey, this is an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gory. It's gonna be great. And then the action was okay. It was okay.
It's fine.
It was a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
The Rhino, see when he's fighting, and the Stampede just comes out of nowhere.
And that's it. That's your villain.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then there's early in the movie when they have that prison break scene. I don't know. I was bored for a lot of that. There's some of that I was oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But I don't know. I didn't like the whole him doing the weights at the beginning, and the guys are
pushing him down.
Yeah, new guy.
The new guy.
Yeah. But then it's oh yeah, he pushes them off. I don't know. It just felt is that really superhero strength or just he's a strong guy? Yeah.
And he gets I can't remember. Does he get attacked by a lion or a cheetah?
It's a lion.
It's a lion. Yeah.
Okay.
They show the coat they have in the posters and all the marketing. He doesn't start out with that.
Yeah.
He finishes with that for the most part.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and I'm in the last 10 minutes, this is about that time. This is about that time.
Yeah.
Another 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, I was thinking is it? It's a crime that all these movies we've covered so far are 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It's a crime that this one was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Because
cut out all of the Russell Crowe stuff and like you probably make it at least it probably becomes a 30% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Honestly,
that was another thing I could not take.
Just right there.
Yeah. Russell Crowe just like he's a great actor, but like I don't know. Just seeing him as like a standard Russian like dude, like that oligarch kind of guy. I don't know. It was like, can we get on with it? You know? Yeah.
Using his role ineffectively, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there to say about this movie? Like, I fell asleep during it. I'm not gonna lie to you, America. I'm sorry. It just like, hey, what do you do with a Spider-Man villain standalone movie? Like, we've tried this so many times now. Like, if you're making a Sandman movie, how are you starting that off?
Don't give them ideas, Hugh.
Do it. Make a Sandman movie.
Please
I
don't.
dare you.
We are begging you not.
I feel like it's just because Venom had such a.
Venom didn't even.
Venom sold well.
It sold well. It did okay. It made its money back.
Yeah.
That's all they were focused on.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask a movie to do nowadays. But
the crazy thing is, they were making these movies like with the purpose of making a universe, but they didn't have them interconnected. Like, you didn't need a Venom 3. You could have had Venom 2 and have him meet Morbius, and then have him meet Madam Web, and blah, 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 blah. And then, but they were just like, no, everyone's supposed to get their own trilogy. It was like, you want Morbius 2.
Yeah.
You want Madam Web 2. That's what you're telling me.
Well, what else can there be done with Madam Web, though? That's the real question.
Deletion.
Make you know what? Like, you could even like say like, we're gonna completely throw away the comics altogether. We're gonna completely throw the comics away, and we're just gonna take all of the Spider-Man villains we have own the properties of. We're gonna make them into one like super evil team. We'll call it something like, obviously you can't call it Legion of Doom because that's already taken, or something like that. You just come up with a new evil crew title, say, yeah, this is our thing now, and then have them run around and try and, I guess, that's another thing. They're all like saving the day.
Yeah. They're all anti-heroes.
Yeah.
They're not even villains or good heroes.
Yeah.
They're just all morally gray.
Yeah, it's like you're taking none of these. If this was made by like James Gunn, he's great at taking some silly comic book character and turning it into an anti-hero, somebody you want to root for.
These guys were just like 5 shades of gray.
Yeah. It feels like we just. That's a really good one.
That's 5 shades of gray, honestly speaking, because honestly you can't. You can't say like they can do anything, because they all really, it's like people were saying with Thunderbolts, all they do is punch and kick. All these guys really kind of do the same thing,
just kill and hunt.
Kill and hunt, and they all move like the same speed. Morbius, you're still thinking about the great joke.
Yeah.
Oh, they all just like move at a little bit faster than the average person, and they kill better than the average person. Except for Madam Web.
Yeah, she really doesn't do anything. No. But yeah,
she has her Pepsi
different
product.
Timelines.
Mm-hmm. But then that makes me think too of why you could build like a super group like that, because then you have Madam Web's able to like look into the future, figure out what they have to do. You have Kraven who goes out and like hunts people and stuff. Yeah. You have Sandman who's just there for an emotional climax and all of that.
I will say, I feel like if y'all have not did this right, because I feel like Sandman would have been a great movie just to portrayal, because that's one of the, to me, one of the biggest Superman villains is either the Green Goblin, Sandman, and Venom. Mm-hmm. That I pray to God that you guys do not do Green Goblin.
Please.
Yeah, really.
But yeah.
Leave it alone.
But a Green Goblin movie, I bet that would end up like a 5 out of 10, whereas this one, I'm only giving like a 3. You know, what do you guys think about this movie?
I think I'd give it a 2.
A 2?
2 Cravens out of the hunt.
2 Cravens out of the hunt.
I like to be optimistic with movies, so actually, I'll give it a 3 too. It really just, like you said, it was something that kind of was just boring. There were a few fun scenes, but still at the same time, a lot of it was just like No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up this episode of The Verdict. Make sure you tune back next week for more movie reviews, perhaps even spooky movies for October. But we'll see you then.